Hey true believers, it's Englentine here and it's time for the Gabby Awards. I love this. Anyway, basically this is the god-awful bad books of the year awards, except for we're doing it semi-annually this year. Now we had a live stream where we came up with a whole bunch of nominees. We're going to have those nominees in the description, just copy paste those and vote in the comment section below. Easy peasy. Yeah, that's about it. And then next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the Gabby Awards and find out what you guys vote for the worst comic books of the year. So far, anyway. So without further ado, here you go. Here are the nominees for this year's Gabby Awards for the first 6 months. The nominees for worst fan interaction are Max Bemis, Michelle Perez, Erik Larson, Gerry Conway, or is it Gerry Conway? And the ever-present in this category, Mark Waid. The nominees for worst treatment of a Lee or KIRBY creation are the death, resurrection, death, and then entrance into the X-Men Red Team of Jean Grey. Writing Doctor Strange as if he never wielded nor understands the rules of being a magic user. The loss of power, the loss of family, and the jailing of Black Bolt. Mark Waid's continuous mishandling of the Captain America character. The effemination of Thor even after he loses his hammer and his arm. The nominees for worst crossover or event. Avengers No Surrender. Infinity Countdown. The Milk Wars, starring DC's Justice League and the heroes of Young Animals. The Phoenix Resurrection. And finally, Venom Inc. Character or creator who has overstayed their welcome. Now this is somebody or something that is just everywhere and you're tired of seeing them. You just want them to go away for a while. Harley Quinn. Mark Waid. Deadpool. Carol Danvers, and Batman. The nominees for worst moment in comic books. A pregnant member of Nova Corps not only fights, but leads and then has a baby on the battlefield in Infinity Countdown. X-Men Red takes in a mutant after she tanks the entire Indian economy because she believes in the gender pay gap. Ooh, this hot dog tastes of mustard and bigotry. Even after knowing the consequences, Doctor Strange raises hell by raising Las Vegas from the dead. Iceman flirts with and then kisses a guy he just met at Black Widow's. Nominees for comic book with the worst social justice warrior leanings. Exiles. Abbott. Iceman. Ms. Marvel. Pervert. Here are the nominees for the worst comic book fight. Darkseid vs. Wonder Woman. Ms. Marvel's friends use an inflatable fist. Pregnant Nova Corps leader stops a villain by being pregnant. Doctor Strange vs. Loki. And Kitty Pryde takes out a Sentinel with one punch. Worst comic book news site. Bleeding Cool. Comic book resources. Comicosity. The Mary Sue. And Sci-Fi. Worst character misrepresentation. Booster Gold messes with time to give Batman a wedding present. Ghost Rider submits to be Thanos' slave. Bobby Drake, and I'll say this again, flirts and kisses another guy at Black Widow's wake. Doctor Strange forgets all he knows about magic and raises Vegas and in turn, hell. Tony Stark becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. Nominations for worst comic book character. The Signal. The New Ragman. Abbott. Elvis Presley from Bubba Hotep. And Patience Lee, the new Kick-Ass. Worst death scene. Cyclops from Resurrection of the Phoenix. Flash Thompson in Amazing Spider-Man number 800. Jane Foster, the Mighty Thor. Cup from Transformers vs. the Visionaries. and Doctor Strange's dog. Worst political comic book: Black AF, America's Sweetheart, The Tremendous Trump, The Black Panther, Days of Hate, and Captain America. Worst miniseries or one-shot: Batman and the Signal, The Pervert, The Dazzler one-shot, Kick-Ass, and Scarlet Strike Force. Worst new ongoing series: Eternity Girl, Exiles, The Falcon, Witchblade, and X-Men Red. Worst comic book writer: Erik Larson for Savage Dragon, Kwanzaa for Black AF, America's Sweetheart, Mags Visaggio for The Dazzler one-shot, Mark Waid for Captain America, and Michelle Perez for Pervert. Worst comic book artist: David Maquez for Exiles, Erik Larson for Savage Dragon, Janoy Lindsay for She-Hulk, Chris Enka for Runaways, and Landon Foss for the Cave Carson Swamp Thing crossover for Milk Wars. Worst independent comic book, January to June 2018. Abbott, Black AF, America's Sweetheart, Pervert, Scarlet Strike Force, and Savage Dragon. Worst Marvel comic, January to June 2018. Exiles, The Dazzler one-shot, X-Men Red, Captain America, and Black Panther. Worst DC comic book from January to June 2018. Batgirl, Black Lightning, Cold Dead Hands, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey, Deadman, and Bombshells United. And the nominees for Worst Comic Book of the Year, doesn't matter, DC, Marvel, graphic novel, one-shot, ongoing series, whatever it is, these are the nominees for the worst comic books of 2018 from January to June. Exiles, The Dazzler one-shot, Captain America, Pervert, and Savage Dragon. So there you go, gang, all of the nominees for the Gabby Awards for the worst comic book, or comics, worst in comics, we should say, instead of. Worst in comics of 2018, January to June. I should have made that very clear at the beginning, but I didn't. Oh, another thing is, you may have noticed some are older than January, because really we went back to October, to the last and the first, I should say, the first Gabby Awards. So that's why you may see something before January. So just get the nominees from the description below, paste, and in the comment section, leave what you vote for. Easy peasy. The reason we're not doing Twitter is because they reveal, right after the poll's done, they reveal the winners and all that kind of stuff, and we kind of want to make a show of it. So it's going to be next Tuesday, June 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on I Love Comics. And if you like this video, you want to see more, don't forget to click like, share, and hit that subscription and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, this is the way we're trying to make a living, so if you don't mind helping the channel out, go on over to the Patreon, leave $1 in the till, and help us keep the lights on and help us keep making videos for you. We'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.
We're great, and you suck. We're great, and you suck. We're great, and you suck. You see, there's us, and then there's you. You suck. We're real.